A violent encounter and tensions flaring between two police sergeants and a police officer 3 at the Guam Police Department's Highway Patrol Division. KUAM learning new details into the case and what may have sparked the workplace violence reported back in February at the Tizen headquarters. We are not identifying the officers for now, so we will refer to them by their ranks as Sergeant 1 and Sergeant 2. Sources close to the investigation confirming it all went down after the police officer 3 asked Sergeant 1 when he was going to relocate his office so that he could move in. Sergeant 1 apparently getting triggered. That's when Sergeant 2 stepped in, telling the PO3 to let Sergeant 1 calm down, adding that he may want to apologize to him. Sergeant 1 then was seen yelling at the PO3. Sergeant 1 then allegedly threatening to attack the PO3 before stating that they both had guns and they should go outside so he could shoot him. Apparently in a rage, Sergeant 2 stood between them, trying to keep the peace. That's when Sergeant 1 turned his frustration toward Sergeant 2, walking up to him, then forcing Sergeant 2 to push Sergeant 1 back. Sergeant 1 attempted to hit Sergeant 2 with his flask before Sergeant 2 reacted by punching him in the face. Another officer rushed in to break it up but was apparently kicked during the struggle. It's then investigators learned that Sergeant 1 hit Sergeant 2 in the head with a flask. In a recent interview, Chief Stephen Ignacio confirming those officers are back on duty after previously being placed on paid leave.
The officers are all back to work, but the investigation continues. Again, like I said, I only have X amount of days which officers can be placed on administrative leave. Once those days expire, unless I have reason to continue, but I have no other reason to continue the leave.
Sergeant 1 was apparently transferred out of Highway to one of the police precincts.
They've come back, of course, under my authority as the chief, I've reassigned some of them, to make sure that there's no further incidences that occur. And then we continue the investigation to determine, what, if any, thing caused the incident to occur and what, if any, disciplinary action needs to be taken.
The question now, could Sergeant 1 face criminal charges for his alleged involvement in the attack? KUAM has reached out to the chief for an update to the investigation and awaits an interview. Nick Delgado, KUAM News.